Hello, Kelly Williams here, founder of Entirelyfit, exercise physiologist, and holistic wellness coach with the International Association of Wellness Professionals. And today I want to talk to you about 6 food groups and spices that you can add into your diet if you're not already doing it that can greatly reduce your risk for heart disease. So first of all, let's look at the risk factors though. There are 3 risk factors that we have no control over whatsoever, and those are our age, our gender, and our family history. But there are many others that we do have control over. Things like our blood pressure, whether or not we smoke, our cholesterol, our triglycerides, type 2 diabetes, and our activity level. And while for years people thought our genetics played a very high role in the diseases that we get, research is showing that while they do play a role, it's not as big as once thought. So everything that we can do to take care of ourselves and manage our health and reduce our risks for heart disease and other diseases, I think the better off we are. Now, if you're not currently working with a primary care physician on managing your risk factors, I highly recommend that be your first step. And then if you are working with a cardiologist or a primary care on certain risk factors that you already have associated with heart disease, like your cholesterol or blood thinners and things like that. And if you're on any drugs for those things, I highly recommend that you work closely with your medical team on foods and any supplements that you consume, because some of them have adverse reactions to the drugs. For example, blood thinners have interactions with high vitamin K levels found in some of the green vegetables, and then grapefruit and pomegranate have adverse or can have adverse reactions with certain cholesterol lowering drugs. Either way, doing your part is one of the best things that you can do. So let's get into these food groups and the spices, and most of these are very important because they have either antioxidant properties, anti-inflammatory properties, or some of both. So the first one is beans and legumes. It's been shown that the blue zone cultures live long and have low risk for diseases, and one of the main reasons is because they eat beans almost daily. They eat a serving or 2 of beans daily, or legumes. So I highly recommend getting beans into your weekly routine 2 or 3 times a week or more. And typically about a half a cup is a serving. That's the first one. Now the second one is fruits and then also vegetables. The fruits that are important are typically your berries and some of your dark fruits. Citrus fruits and cherries are also very helpful. And you want to get about 3 to 4 servings of fruit per day. The vegetables that are important are your dark green leafy vegetables and many of your colorful vegetables. So we're talking about things like mustard greens, collard greens, turnip greens, spinach, kale, and then cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower and cabbage. And then also squashes, bell peppers, onions, things like that have some of these same properties. So get 5 or more servings of vegetables per day. Now, the next one is not so much a group as it is a nutrient. You want to eat foods that are high in omega-3 fatty acids. And we're talking about fatty fishes like salmon and tuna, even sardines and mackerel. You can supplement with cod liver oil. And then certain nuts and seeds like walnuts and flax seeds are also high in omega-3 fats. So you want to get these in your diet routinely. Typically fish about 2 to 3 times a week. And then you can get walnuts in your diet every day, but just be mindful of a serving. It's a small amount and it's only about 1/8 of a cup. Now, whole grains are also an important food group to get into your diet. And again, it's because of the fiber and the antioxidant properties that you find in some of the whole grains. Choose your whole grains, not the instant ones, but things like barley, oatmeal, quinoa, farro, and even whole wheat if you're not sensitive to that. Again, here about 4 to 6 servings per day. Now, let's get into these spices. These spices, they come from all over the world. They have very high anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. And the first one is turmeric. And the item in, or the substance in turmeric, is curcumin. And it's just a very powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory, and it's been shown to improve blood flow. The next one is garlic, and garlic has a lot of good benefits as well, and it reduces blood pressure. Thyme is another great spice to get into your diet. Also, capsaicin, which is found in hot peppers, especially things like habanero peppers, red peppers, and cayenne peppers. Again, think of it, most of those are red or have rich color. It's a great antioxidant. The next one is basil. It's certainly got anti-inflammatory properties. Ginger. A lot of times you'll see ginger if you get sushi. Ginger is that little side dish on your sushi plate, and it's definitely got an interesting flavor, but it also has these high antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. The Japanese think that it is a great palate cleanser, and it certainly does have an interesting flavor and certainly a lot of good benefits to it. Cloves is another very powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory. It has been shown to reduce oxidized LDL, and as you know, LDL is the bad cholesterol, and it's highly related to forming plaque in the arteries, and it's an important for that reason. And then lastly is cinnamon. There are others as well, and these are 6 that I picked, or several that I picked, that have some very powerful substances that help reduce your risk for heart disease. So I hope you found these tips helpful. I hope you can start adding some of these spices and make sure you're getting some of these other food groups into your diet to help reduce your risk for heart disease. And if you're interested, you can visit me on Instagram at B_entirelyfit. That's the word BE_entirelyfit. Also on Facebook at Entirelyfit, and my website is entirelyfit.com. And then until next time, be grateful, be well, and keep trying to be entirely fit. Have a great day. Bye.